Good morning. It's another new month, boys and girls. Oh, yes. It's Thursday, the 1st of November, 2018. And a warm welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire. A little apology for yesterday, gang. I forgot to have my mobile messaging thing here. When you send a text message, I've got a little phone that deals with that. You can't ring it. I won't answer the phone. We don't take calls at all when we're up here, unfortunately. I'm not set up to be able to do that up here. But we had a couple of messages in yesterday morning, both from Maureen. Good morning to Maureen for yesterday, who's enjoying the new video opening. I'm glad you are. Now, don't go too far because we've got a lovely video to show you before we start, right at the beginning of the show today, after I said hello to some of you. Okay, and Simon Keane wrote on the subjects of guests paying for stuff at weddings. Did you know there are 3 kinds of men? 1, single me who makes wonders happen. 2, men with girlfriends and see wonders happen. And 3, married men who then wonder what happened. Thank you very much, Simon. And indeed, anyone else who's married and indeed does wonder what happened. I was married once. I wondered what happened, so I got out of it. That's just how it is. Life is many, many routes. It's many routes. So the text number is there this morning. If you want to call in, it's 07551. Is it 07551 259 675 if you want to send a text, okay? If you can't get to a computer, feel free to send a text. If you've got a computer next door, don't worry, then don't bother with a text number. You don't need it. So it's just for people who can't send anything by a computer or tapping a keyboard or something. 07551 259 675 is the number there. All right, so as I say, got a nice video to show you very, very shortly. Don't go too far. Good morning. First Facebook message of the day goes to Mr. Wayne Martin. Is that the first time you've been first, Wayne? If only it was the same when you drove your bus, lovey. God, people complaints about Wayne driving his bus, pour into the... I don't know why they pour into me. Constantly people moaning that he shuts the doors as they're running. Do you do that one, do you, Wayne? When people are running for the bus, do you watch them in that little mirror on the side? Usually loud school children, probably, running for the bus, and they're just about to get there, pushes the button, the doors close, and he drives off. Is that like a little game you all play? Or catching elderly people's coats in the doors and then driving off and watching them be dragged along the floor. Is that something you do, lovey? You are naughty, you old bus drivers, honestly. Good morning, Wayne. Morning to Adam the plumber, Diane Jeb, morning. Wayne says your first new intro is a bit like the old TVAM. I don't remember watching TVAM. I may have watched a little bit of it, but I wasn't struck on it. I wasn't. That would have been 1980. Was it 1981? Breakfast Time started, and I was already hooked into the BBC one, and they had an instant hit with that, didn't they? With Frank Boff, Selena Scott, and the bloke who did the weather with the nice jumpers. Was it Francis Wilson? They had an instant hit with that, and I was hooked on that. It wasn't so much the news or anything. I just like the little graphics. Do you remember the graphics on the BBC Breakfast Time? It was like a sun, and it would turn over and turn upside down, and it would go da 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 da, and then just Frank Boff would be sitting there, you know, before the incident. Good old Frank Boff. I missed him when he went. I missed him. And it was for something that was totally unrelated to anything he did on the telly. Bring back Frank Boff. That's what I'd say. That's what's missing from breakfast television. Frank Boff. Absolutely. Thank you. Morning to Michael Lawrence. Did you have a nice Halloween? You're about to find out, Michael. All right. Let's have a look. Everyone's talking to each other. Good morning to Ray Reynolds. Morning, Ray. Cordy Harwin is there. Good morning, Cordy. Let's have a look here. No, oh, hang on a minute. Why can't I see more? I'm clicking see more on that and it won't come up. It's bringing me up. Oh, that's strange. I can't see that message. Oh, hang on. Maybe I can go over here now. Oh, yes, I can go over there now. We're on here now. One moment, please. One moment, please, gang. I'll be with you in a second. Oh, there's Cordy Ray Reynolds. Wayne. Oh, no, there we are. It's not been a bit... let's have a look. No, it's not. I've been a first couple of times. No, I've never been because people have 9 cameras on the buses. We have 9 cameras on the buses. What, are you going to do your own shows on the buses, Wayne? Is that, well, it's just like looking at yourself. That's all Wayne does. Well, he's driving children and old people along to shops and schools. He's just sitting there taking selfies of himself. Are you Lady Phoenix's cousin or something? She likes selfies. Don't do the new iPhone update. Apparently it makes you look even worse, if that's possible in your case, lovey. Oh, dear me. Good morning to Rashid. Good morning, Rashid. Welcome to our show. And over on YouTube this morning, John Parrish. Hi, Chris. Coming to view a caravan there in January. £10,000. You reckon that'll still be here, will you? You must be having a laugh, John. That won't be here. I'm telling you, the caravans on this site, they go up for sale. 3 days later, bang, gone. This one, the one I'm in, right, wasn't even on the board for 24 hours. I spotted it and I swooped. I swooped like a magpie. And I picked it up and I put it down where I wanted it, and that's it. There won't be a caravan here unless a new one comes up, mate. You're having a laugh. Have you seen one on the site now that's for sale for £10,000? I doubt very much that'll be here next week. They go ever so quick on this site. Paul Mosley, good morning to you. And John Parrish, we've done him already. Did you hear about the bad batch of baked beans, Paul says, in the Lincolnshire area on the news? Are you all on a wind-up this morning, aren't you? You're all on a wind-up. Morning to Claire. Morning, Claire. John says, I heard a bloke died eating expired beans purchased up north. Oh, well, that's unlucky then, isn't it? Unlucky. You're not going to put me off going to the tin shop. You really won't put me off going to the tin shop, which we spoke about yesterday. There's a shop nearby here. It's more like a porter cabin where they do out-of-date tins and things like that. And we buy them in bulk, boys and girls. We buy them in bulk. Absolutely. Claire's off to visit her niece in Birmingham. Oh, good luck with that. What a dump, Claire. Your niece lives in Birmingham? I should excommunicate her if I were you, dear. Don't pretend to know people living in Birmingham. It doesn't do you well a good on the social scene. It really... Oh, I've got a nephew who lives in Birmingham. You'll notice that people move away from you. That's actually what does happen. Try it. Try it today, Claire, while you're out somewhere. Because Claire's in Surrey. Oh, yes. Oh, she's very posh, Claire. You haven't met her yet, have you? Claire's really posh. She comes in all the designer gear, you know, the Burberry bag, the high-heeled shoes. Sometimes she might have a Waitrose, you know, renewable... What's it? A renewable carrier bag? Renewable? Not recyclable. You know, the one that you use all the time. She's got one of those. Oh, yes. Not made out of plastic. Hessian. And she fills it with all vegan foods, don't you, Claire? That bloke resigned, didn't he? The bloke. Oh, political correctness gone mad again. I ain't got time for them. I really haven't got time for them. Claire, poor Chris, what a way to go. Eating bad beans, exactly. Claire is indeed a fan of Birmingham. It's got lots of good bits. Well, I've yet to see them yet, dear. Good morning to Lisa, who loves the tin shop. Lisa, I love the tin shop. I spent £20 in there yesterday, and let me tell you, I had 2 carrier bags full of stuff, probably worth about 50 quid for 20 quid. It's not bad, is it? Eh? We love the tin shop, Lisa. Good morning to Hamoud. Morning to Hamoud. Welcome to our show for the first time. And there we go. All right, so hello to all of you this morning with the early messages in there. Now, yesterday I didn't quite get to the swimming pool yesterday, but let me tell you about that a little bit later on, okay? First of all, Halloween! It was Halloween yesterday, and I went over to my niece's for Halloween night, and this is what happened. I'm about to be attacked by George, Emily, and baby James. No! No, don't hurt me! No! I've been eaten! Eaten! Who's that there? There's another one there. niece is doing a very special Halloween. Oh, go on, do it, do it. Now, what have we got here?
Baguette, it's witch's food.
It is witch's food. Oh my God. Evilness. Who's eating that? Who's going to eat that?
You're having some later.
No. Do you know what? Do you know what, Emily? I think I prefer eating my dog food, don't you? I think I'd rather have a bowl of dog food than that. Do you want a bowl of dog food? Dog food. Do you want some dog food, baby James? Look at that. Oh my God, he's got eyes as well.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Let me see, Mummy.
There's eyeballs in it. You've got to eat the eyeballs.
Okay, I will.
Got to eat an eyeball.
Anything else?
There's garlic bread in a minute. That's got
Is
spiders
there
on.
anything else that is evil, please?
The garlic bread will have spiders on.
Will it now? Wait for the garlic bread coming out the oven now. Oh my God, actual real spiders. I hope I won't be having a spider on mine. They look really evil.
No, you can't till you eat it.
I don't think you like
Tracy, how comes you are able, you're very good at doing these evil type things. It is like you are an actual witch. Oh yeah. Show us how you're doing that, please, Trace.
I think it's quite
Now,
self-explanatory.
can I just say, if there's anyone young watching the programme, please get an adult to help you with this. As you can see, my niece isn't young anymore, so she doesn't need an adult to help.
Very youthful.
There we are, look. Half an olive and bits of legs cut in.
Yeah, maybe take this down.
George, please start by eating an eyeball. An eyeball. Are you enjoying the eyeball?
Yes.
Have a blue worm.
This log.
Are you enjoying your blue? What is
It's
it?
not real witch's food.
It is witch's food. They're
It
worms.
is.
Daddy dug them up earlier.
Yeah, it's got them out the garden.
Daddy dug them up.
It's not real though.
Yes.
It is. James.
No.
They're only just been, when they get boiled, they don't move anymore after that, unfortunately.
They taste
Same thing
wormy.
happens to people.
They taste like worms.
They are worms.
They're
Worms.
slimy.
Yeah, they're slimy worms.
And now baby James's turn.
Chris.
Why use a knife and fork when you can use fingers? That's it, baby James. Baby James is in the house. Emily will show us how to eat a worm correctly. Thank you. Ready? Go!
They're ready.
Yes.
I'm picking one up.
Mm-hmm.
I've got two bags.
Where are we all going now? We are going... Where are we going? Trick or treat.
In.
In. All right. You've already done one. What did you get? Let's have a look. What did you get? Show us in the bag. What you got in the bag? Let's have a look. Let's have a look there.
So I have Maltesers and Skittles.
What have you got, George?
Maltesers and Skittles.
Perhaps I could have the Maltesers. Please let me have them.
I got Love Hearts and Skittles.
You've got something as well? How is that?
Because they think I'm 12.
Oh, can I have something? Please, come on, let me have
Please,
something.
Baba Jums. Baba Jums, Baba Jums.
Oh dear.
That way, George. Thank you.
Emily, I'm coming to help you with your bag. It looks very heavy. Give me the sweets. Give them to me. I must have them. Give me the sweets. I want the sweets. Let me have the sweets. Where is the bag? Where is the bag? It's here somewhere. I know it is. It's here. Where is the bag?
We've hidden it.
Where is the bag of sweets? What's that? Shh. We're going to get Emily. Shh.
his legs.
Have you knocked on the door?
You say trick or treat. What do you say, George?
We're going to go grab something. Just one thing each, remember? That's a good costume. That's you're welcome.
Oh, I have a fudge.
Look at the spider.
Did you just take one, Em?
Oh, I have a
Still
fudge.
picking. Thank you very
Have you got a
much.
fun?
That's scary face.
After our evening outside, it was time to go back to the house and play some party games.
And can you not see?
Yep, don't move them. Stay still.
I hear something.
Yep, you will do. Both of them, mate.
What's that?
How strange and mysterious.
It's evilness. What is it? Evilness.
Right, Ben, can you put them on the bag? Right, it's a lucky dip, George. You've got to pick a bag to go into, okay?
In one bag are spiders, and in the other bag are evil snakes and scorpions.
Right, okay, see if you can get any treats out of this bag.
Evilness!
Emily, do you want to play? I'll do a different one.
Getting in the way of this, isn't it? How very
No,
strange
you're
and
cheating. She's
mysterious.
cheating.
Oh. Mummy?
Okay, try and see what bag you think got the treats. You got the cream too! Look, you got to eat some now. Sweeties! But,
Yes.
so there's lots of different colours. So blue could either be pepper or blueberry. And red could be cherry or chilli.
No!
Brown is rotten eggs or
Yes.
cola.
Let us see the evil ones
Right,
eating those.
Stop. You can't have one of these, James.
Why?
Quickly. Have a white one, James. What have you got?
It's a hot one.
Have you got blueberry again? Let me try. Can you eat it? Let me try. Is it really hot? Ah! That is black pepper. Why are you still eating it, Emily?
Any more? Let me see more pain and unhappiness, please. Pain and unhappiness.
Oh, okay. The next one is purple. You've got to try and tell me what you think the flavours are on
Yes.
this one.
Let me try one, please.
Oh,
You're too old,
Don't let
Ben.
him
No,
do it.
nothing for you.
do you want
Please,
to have
Mummy.
one, Chris?
No, thank you. You'll give me the worst one in there you can possibly
That's
find.
Dad.
He already has one.
What's your one, Benjamin?
Nice.
That is vile.
Eat it.
What did he have?
Oh,
Eat it.
What
Eat
did
what
it.
is that?
Eat
That is disgusting.
it.
What
It's
was-
like mustard or something.
Quite warm as well.
Oh, I can have a drink.
You didn't eat it.
Oh, horrible. I'm sure she gave me that bad sweet purposely. Anyway, that was our Halloween night last night, all put together, food and outfits and everything else by my lovely niece in blue, Tracy. Yes, I think it's highly likely that my niece dug out the worst sweet she could possibly find there for me to have. What a fantastic night! And then after that, I had my dinner. She done us a corn spaghetti bolognese. And then I had an enormous bit of chocolate ice cream and angel cake. I love angel cake. Oh, so delicious, all those different colours. And that was my day yesterday. Wasn't that lovely? Wasn't that a lovely night yesterday? A very good morning to Maureen, who joins us on the text thing this morning. Sorry about that, Maureen. I forgot to bring the phone in yesterday with the other messages on it. Lisa continues writing in and she says, I always try and go to the tin shop when I'm at my mum's. I love it there. bit hit and miss. Sometimes you can go in there and fill up baskets full of stuff. Other times, oh, nothing I want here at the moment. There's lots of beans there at the moment, or at least there was 2 days ago. It does go very quick. Did you know, Lisa, that tin shop has been there 40 years? I said to the lady, she's ever so nice, isn't she, on the till there? I said, how long have you been there? You know, thinking she could say 2 or 3 years. 40 years that tin shop's been there doing cheap stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. Good morning to JS Sporting. Morning to you over on the Vaughan Live. And wants to know how, he says that's a proper Halloween. It really was. My niece went way out of town to do all that. She really went what's the word? Out of town? Gone to town, that's it. My niece really went to town to do all that stuff. And the blue spaghetti, yes indeed, that was food colouring, which probably explains why the children were running around like blue arse flies. So yes, that indeed is the colouring of the spaghetti. Blue colour stuff. I think I can't remember what it's called now as well. There we are. All right. I don't think there's any messages, or have I stopped being able to see them? Oh dear. There we are. Lisa says my mum and dad used it for years. Yes, as I say, a wonderful place, that tin shop rather. So after I finished the show yesterday, I was going to go swimming, and I wanted to go to B&Q as well, because as you know, the oil heater that I bought is not heating up. My living room cum kitchen here in the caravan is just a little bit too big, and the oil heater couldn't cope with it. So the only heater I haven't got is a convector one. Now, convector heaters are very, very simple. It's basically a big box with an element underneath at the bottom. You turned it on, and the heat from the element draws the cold air in and chucks out hot air at the top. Now, I had one years ago at my house in Berkshire. I had one in there in my bedroom when I didn't have central heating in there. And it worked really well, to the point I got too hot in there, so you had to turn it down. They all got thermostats on them. So I got in the car to go swimming yesterday, and I was running a bit late, to be honest, after I did the show, because I knew I had to be at my niece's at 5 o'clock for the Halloween experience. And I looked in my bag, and I hadn't put my towel and my shower liquid washing stuff in the bag. And I thought, and then I thought, I can't be bothered. So I didn't go swimming yesterday. I went straight to B&Q up in Boston. And I picked up a convector heater, a timer, and another extension lead. Because, quite frankly, I looked at the extension lead that was there. Looked a bit thin to be using heating. You're supposed to have thick wire if you're using heating. So I bought an extension lead up there. Which was 20 quid. Just for the lead. For a bit of wire, 20 quid. I mean, it was far too long, but, that's just how it comes. So I got the thick one, the 13 amp one, and the heater. And I bought it back here. You have to screw on the little... And at the same time, while I was up in Boston, we get cheap petrol up there. Oh, yes, 1.29. Thank you very much. And do you know, I've seen it on the motorway for 1.45. I think it was a BP garage. Don't go in BP garages. They're the dearest ones of the lot, unless there's an Asda close by. Now, you may know about the Asda effect. When it comes to buying petrol, you need to go somewhere that's close to an Asda petrol station, okay? Because all the other little petrol stations around it match or try and get close to the price. Asda always seems to be the cheapest petrol. The cheapest petrol I've found on my travels is the Asda in Skegness. That always seems to be the cheapest. We might be going up there later. I haven't spoken to my sister yet. We usually go for a night out at Skegness and have baked beans and chips and maybe an ice cream as well. Oh, too much ice cream again, Claire. I'm being very naughty, dear. Very, very naughty. So got my petrol. I've done a little bit of shopping in Tesco's. What did I buy in there? Just blueberries, I think. Oh, and the corn was on special offer. Corn products. So I bought about 15 lots of corn products because you can freeze those all right as well. Steaks and burgers were like 87 pence off. Absolute bargain. I must have saved 30 or 40 quid this week. What with the special offers in Tesco's and my trip to the wonderful tin shop on Tuesday. Marvellous, dear. Marvellous. Come back here. Got the heater out of the box. You have to screw the legs on the bottom That's easy enough. They're just a couple of plastic ones that go on there. Put it down, run the extension cable, plugged it in and switched it on. And within 10 seconds, you could feel the very hot air coming out of the top. And I thought, this is going to sort it. I'm pretty sure this is going to sort it. Now, so that's it. I've set up the timer. So I get up here around about 7:45. I have an alarm in the bedroom. The bedroom is never cold. And what I've done with the oil radiator that was not doing the job in the living room, I've now put that in my bedroom. Now, there was a small fan heater in the bedroom, which done the job fantastically. It really did. And it wasn't that loud when that heater comes on, you know, and then there's the, you know, the wind coming out of the heater thing. But at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, that's quite loud. Or it's not really loud. You know, if you was outside the caravan, you wouldn't be able to hear it. It's not that loud. But everything's quiet and a couple of times that's woken me up. So I thought I'd try the oil radiator in the bedroom, and all that does now and again is click. Yeah. As the look, my pendulum stopped. Why has that stopped? Can't have a show with that pendulum going, can we? Yeah, so I had it on in there last night, and that's perfectly all right. Warms up the room nicely because it's a very small bedroom. It's actually very small in there, and then you've got the space taken up by the bed, the cupboards, this, that, and the other, and of course my enormous size. So you haven't got a lot to heat in there. So that works very well in there, and it was nice and warm last night. Not that, oh, that's going to stop again. Why is that stopped? Oh. Is that working now? There we go. It swings into action. All heater fine for in there, so that's all well and good. Set the timer. So I went to bed last night, not cold at all. I leave the heater on in the room. It comes on and comes off, the oil heater. And then I got up in the morning. I thought, this will be the test. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, you could say, it was nowhere near as cold this morning. Is that going to keep going? Keep an eye on that for me. Let me know if that stops, will you? It was nowhere near as cold this morning as it was yesterday morning. So I don't know if it was such a real test. But nevertheless, I left my bedroom and opened the door to the living room. And I thought, yes, this is not chilly this morning. Because it was cold the other morning when in the living room. Even though the oil radiator had been on a while. It was blooming cold in there. This morning, not cold at all. But it was cold in the little hallway bit between my bedroom and the living room. So maybe it was a good test. But I set the convector heater to come on at 6 o'clock, knowing that I will be entering the living room around about 10 to 8, after it takes me 5 minutes to get out of the bed. And I'm hoping that cures the problem. So no more cold toes. Yes! That's the other thing. I meant to tell you, the floor in a caravan, if you haven't got carpet down, that is cold. As you're walking on that, the feet almost stick to the floor. I thought about getting some slippers, but then I remembered I've got an off-cut of a carpet at home, so I can just tie that onto the bottom of my feet as I walk around to save money. Is that a good idea or not? Oh dear. Let's have a look there. Lisa, my mum and dad... Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. Michael Lawrence, you look like you've had a nice time at your sister's house. It was a wonderful time last night, Michael. I have to tell you, we had such a laugh. Such a laugh. Of course, I usually end up with a few bruises after great nieces and great nephews. Not just those two, but my nephew's children, Harry and Evie, and he's got another child, Olivia. They all attack. Two of those attack me all the time, Harry and Evie. Mainly Harry. He just launches himself at you. Ah, yes, he goes fighting us, and I'm like, no, you don't just get a punch or a kick. He launches his entire body at you, jumps through the air like Batman. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Batman. Yeah, it is. So no more cold here. No more cold here. And that's it. That was my day and night yesterday. A quick hello to Glenda. Thank you, Glenda. I've just got your second email this morning. I couldn't find the first one, but then I was on holiday and there was probably a lot of bits and pieces got accidentally deleted while I was on holiday. So yes, I'll reply to you, Glenda, okay? Just after I finish the show, I'll type out a little message to you and be able to communicate with you like that. This morning, I'm definitely going swimming and I'm going to get a haircut this morning. Look how long it is. Look, and the longer it is, the worse the bald spot shows up. It's very bad having a bald spot. Watch out for that. Good. Some news items for you this morning. Who's married and has had enough? Anyone married and have had enough of the old bag or the old bloke that you live with? Well, here's an idea. This is in the mail today. Where's my glasses? There they are. What glasses? Oh, I've got the posh ones today. Look, got the these were the ones from the actual opticians, I think, these ones. Oh, yes. Yes. I usually get them from Amazon. $3.99 for a pair of 3 or something like that. Oh, for a little bag of 3 pairs of glasses. You can get those on Amazon. You just send them your little what do you call it? Your numbers. Do you know what I mean? You know those numbers that you get? They're like 0.15 from the opticians. You just send them to Amazon, and then you can get glasses like that, which is right for good. So this bloke in the Daily Mail this morning, Euro Millions winner Adrian Bayford. Oh, hang on, no, that's the wrong story. One moment, let me get the right story up for Christ's sake. 1 minute, where's that one now? Is it this one? Oh, no, it's not that one. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, how disappointing. What paper was it in? Daily Mail. I think it was in the Daily Mail. 1 minute. Yeah, that's where I started this morning, the Daily Mail. I had a lovely story for you to read you this morning. A couple of stories, actually, here. I can't find it now. Well, excuse me, this is a technical fault. Oh, hang on, hang on. Here we are. This is the one. I faked amnesia. Oh, yes. I love this, actually. Salvatore Manino. I wonder where he's from. Well, it says here he's 52 and he was found in Edinburgh's St Giles Cathedral by police in a seemingly confused state. Can you do the look of a confused state? Let's try that. Let's try that. Is that like a confused... How do you look if you're confused? Something like that. Anyway, he was found in a seemingly confused state and suffering from memory loss. His disappearance from his native Pisa. Or is that where the Leaning Tower is? Why don't they fix that? They must have the money. It's not a lot of money. Put a blooming scaffold up, shove a bit of concrete underneath the wrong side, and up it will come, tall and erect, once again. We don't like it when it starts drooping, do we, girls? Get it up erect again, please, or get out. Exactly. His disappearance from his native Pisa soon raised suspicions when concerned Italian police officers, ciao bella, tracked his searches on his computer, which showed he had looked up terms such as how to disappear and how to fake memory loss, the Sun reported. Yesterday, the father of 4 was forced to drop his facade, admitting to the British police, I did it to get away from my nagging mother-in-law. Come on, lads. Who's got... Oh, that's really sexist. We're really offended. Oh, shut up. It's comedy, dear. Comedy. Oh, we're really... Oh, it's not funny. You think that's funny? Oh, we're really offended. Oh, go away. What's about that bloke who got... he quit his job in Waitrose, didn't he? Because he upset the vegans. Oh, Diddums, did the nasty man upset you? Oh, Diddums. I'm a vegetarian, I've had it for years. Just brush it off. Christ, the crap I've had to deal up with years. You know, when I've been a bit fat. Oh, Chris, oh, you put on it, which I have now, actually. Oh, Chris, you've put on a little bit of weight. Or the gay thing. You know, oi, you old puff. Just brush it off. You don't have to keep going to the papers and the Victoria Derbyshire programme. Oh, yes, dear. That's where you want to go if you're a victim. Oh, I want to be a victim. I want to be a victim. Oh, sack the nasty man from Waitrose. Pathetic people. Pathetic. I would love to be a vegan, but not one of that lot. Not one of the lot who go around moaning and moaning. Oh, we're offended. Pathetic people. Anyway, I don't know how we got into that subject, but let's go back to this one now. Oh, yes, it's the... he didn't like his mother-in-law. Oh, hello. Is there a bloke out there who doesn't like his mother-in-law? Exactly. I bump into them all the time, especially when I'm DJing. Well, I don't do it anymore. I'm DJing in straight bars. They were always, oh, the mother-in-law's coming round or something like that, you know. I suppose, is it the same with father-in-laws? They don't really interfere, father-in-laws, do they? Do they interfere as well? You tell me, because I'm not married. You tell me. Do father-in-laws interfere? Do let me know. Oh, that's gone now. Where's that gone again? Investigators initially believed he was in Scotland on the run from the Chinese mafia, but this baffled his family, who said it was news to them. Family lawyer told local media he can't give an explanation. He asks his wife if she can explain what happened. This has been like a bolt from the blue for the family. If he was threatened by the Chinese mafia, he never mentioned it to them. He was identified by his tattoos by Scottish police who found him in the cathedral in Edinburgh, and they subsequently flew his wife, Francesca. What a lovely name, Francesca. If I had a wife, I'd want her to be called Francesca. That's a nice name, isn't it? Francesca, and his children over. But even when confronted with his family, Mr. Mannino, shall I do that with an Italian accent? Mr. Mannino kept up his elaborate lie and pretended he did not know. He was then taken back to Italy, where doctors said there was nothing wrong with him or his memory. And yesterday it was revealed that Salvador had been charged by Italian police for abandonment. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Have you ever known of anyone being charged for abandonment? A spokesman told The Sun, this waste of time and money hasn't gone down well. Francesca is not happy at all. He wanted to get away from the mother-in-law. Who doesn't? Funny that. I love that. Morning, John Parrish. I think you could be straight in a poofter's body, dear. Yeah, I think you're right as well. Because I'm quite homophobic, you know. I do. I am. I can't stand the lifestyle. Oh, all the pretense going on. All the pretense on the gay scene is something else. I've got this, I've got... Oh, look what I've got. Oh, it's awful. Awful. I hate it all. I only joined up because I fancied the blokes. That's the only reason. Not for the fashion, as you can see. Never mind. 07551259675 if you'd like to join us on the email this morning. Are you a Ryanair fan? You know how much I totally and utterly detest Ryanair. I think they are one of the worst companies ever. They treat their customers with total disdain, according to news stories. And I've been in the queue a long time ago, 20 odd years ago now. I got on a Ryanair flight and experienced the miserable cow who was behind the desk. This is about 20 years ago. Mind you, it was on the day after St. Patrick's night, so they were all probably pissed up the night before. Robert, why are you scared of your house? Who said I was scared of my house? I'm not scared of my house, Robert. Scared of my house? No more evil laughing now till next year, because Halloween is finished. You wait for the Christmas songs. They'll be on the radio next week. I'm telling you now, the Christmas period gets longer and longer and longer. Furious Ryanair passengers. Look at this. Passengers are in uproar today after Ryanair introduced even more stringent new luggage rules for the second time in a year. From today, the airline will no longer allow passengers to take a small suitcase, you know, the little bag type thing, in the hold for free, forcing them to pay for any bag that won't fit under the seat in front. The change, which Ryanair says is intended to reduce flight delays, has led to outrage among passengers who are calling upon others to boycott the airline. Well, I've said this all the time. I said this all the time. You know, there's no way I would get on a Ryanair flight. If I couldn't afford to fly in the way that I thought, I just wouldn't bother. I just wouldn't. I've got nothing booked at the moment. But there's no way I'd get on a Ryanair flight. I think the passengers are treated like cattle. And, you know, these things only change if loads of people stop doing it. But no one will. Oh, we can get on there for 20 quid. So they pay the 20 quid for the flight. They get to the airport and they get charged for this and charged for that. What I don't understand is how you get a charge, and this goes with other things as well. Tickets. tickets for theatres and things like that. You know, when you go online and like it say, you know, pick up tickets from box office, and that's like an extra £2.50, or print them yourself, and that's an extra £1.50. So how is that? How is it if you buy tickets and then there is a charge for you to use your ink, your electricity, your printer and your paper? How is there a charge for you to print out your own tickets? I don't get it. And it's like we're charged for everything now. Whereas years ago, you know, you'd pay one price for anything, and then that would be it, wouldn't it? You just pay the one price, everything included. Even as far as like a bicycle now. Take you going to buy a bicycle now. Do you remember when you bought a bicycle in the 70s or 80s? And you bought that bike and that was it. You'd have the mud guards on the back. You might have some lights on there or a dynamo. It was all there. Now you buy the bike and then you have to add on these useless plastic mud guards which shake around like that when they're on the back of the bike. And it's all extras all the time. Even cars as well. Remember when you used to get a spare tyre? Now you get. I haven't got. I don't think I've got. Yes, I have. I have got a spare tyre on my RAV4. But I remember the Yaris, no spare tyre. They had this punch and repair kit type thing, which is like a bottle of like foamy, rubbery stuff that you plug onto your tyre, and hopefully your wheel goes up with that, and it holds it until you can change the tyre. There's no spare wheel. You can buy a spare wheel for it if you want, and there's a space for a spare wheel, but it doesn't actually come with a car. Everything is like extras all the time. Oh, would you like to upgrade that to that? No, I just want to pay one price and get the old bloody lot, dear. Isn't it? Anyway, back to this. Earlier this year, Michael O'Leary, oh, not him again, admitted that letting passengers check cabin gates at the gate was causing chaos and a handling issue on flights. But he's found himself under fire from beleaguered customers today. One bloke wrote on Twitter, I suppose it won't be long before you start charging people who want to travel with both of their arms. Another Twitter user says, there are many reasons to boycott Ryanair, but the new baggage prices will do it for me. It's shocking. It's shocking. In January, Ryanair began a policy which saw passengers who had not bought priority boarding permitted to take a personal bag, such as a handbag, on board, while a second larger bag, such as a wheelie suitcase, weighing up to 10 kilos, could be put in the hold free of charge. But this resulted in up to 120 bags being tagged at boarding gates for each flight, meaning departures were disrupted. Ryanair has responded by no longer allowing any language in the hold free of charge. Passengers now have to pay £8 to check in a 10-kilogram bag. The previous lowest price for checked-in luggage was £25 for up to 20 kilos, which remains an option for those with heavier cases. And you know, I don't think we get a month go past or a few weeks goes past where Ryanair put in another charge on something somewhere, do they? But as I say, I would never fly with them. There's no way you'd get me on a Ryanair flight. I think it's disgusting the way they are treating passengers. Yes, they do very cheap flights. Yes, they do. I mean, how many people, I don't know, I mean, perhaps I'm wrong here. How many people just want to walk onto a flight with no baggage? That's what he wants. He wants you to go away with nothing on you at all. Saving the money like that. It just gets worse and worse. Anyway, up to you, innit? Glad you like the jacket right side up. Thank you very much. You have a cock in your clock. That is correct. My cock clock, as provided by my dear friend Ronnie, who's going in for an operation, actually. What's he having done? There's something wrong with his stomach. He's got things wrong inside his stomach. So they're opening him up on Friday and doing a little bit of work on there. And apparently one of the side effects, one of the side advantages of having this stomach operation is that they have to suck away all the fat first. So he's been eating like a horse. Cakes and biscuits and ice cream Stuff that you and I can only dream of, Claire. Oh dear. John, I love your sense of humour. No, never get offended, John. Don't ever get offended by anything. We never used to be offended when we were kids. Oh, so what? We got a little bit hurt now and again. Hasn't done me any damage. Look at me now. Look at me now. Hugely popular, international television personality. I can't walk out the caravan without hordes of people trying to get my autograph and grab me. Unfortunately, it doesn't go any further than that, but never mind. Thank you very much. I'm sure you're gay, John. You're coming across as a bit gay now. Are you chatting me up, John? I'm sure I think you're a bit too old for me. You're about 40, aren't you? You're a bit... I fancy people generally around the age of about 30 to 40, to be honest, John. So I'm afraid you're just out of my range, so please stop trying. I have noticed there are more and more messages coming from you, John. You know, I have noticed that. You don't think I haven't noticed that, my friend, okay? Oh, dear. Alrighty, let's do today's birthdays, gang. Happy birthday, 70 years old, to Mike Mendoza. Lovely chap. I worked with him at a radio station years ago now. It's quite a long ago now, called Play Radio, which all went a bit wrong. I think he's on television at the moment in the south. Oh, gosh, what's the name of the station now? Something to do with the there was something to do with the Isle of Wight, like a very localised television station. Mike Mendoza. He's also been on LBC Talk Radio. Lovely chap, and as I say, I worked with him and got on with him. Nice man. 70 years old today. Happy birthday, Mike. Many more years to go, Mike. Many more years to go, my friend. Happy birthday today to Rosemary Cooper. Good morning, Rosemary. 54 years old today. Rose M. Broberg is 33 years old today. She does shows on Radio America. Good morning to you, Rose. Jim Forgum. Haven't seen you for a while, Jim. 35 today. Good morning. Happy birthday to you, Jim. Chris Plant, one of our old Black Cat customers, aren't you, Chris? Happy birthday to you, Chris. Sean Teasdale Murray is a young 37 today. And Jamie Saunders. Happy birthday, Jamie. Hope you're well. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthdays. Weird City Citizen says, they make me work over. I told them I have a show to catch. They don't care. That's outrageous, Weird City Citizen. Mate, tell them in future. Just walk out, darling. Walk out. If you mention my name, you'll probably find that they completely understand. All right, my darling? Thank you very much. You'll have to catch the show on catch up now because it's time to go. Thanks ever so much for joining us for this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Lincolnshire, and I'll see you again hopefully tomorrow morning right about the same time, 9:30. Have a lovely day on this wet, dreary Thursday. At least it's not cold. You just need an umbrella. Cheerio.